Hi family, I am back with another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I want to start off by giving thanks to the Most High for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, being all good and all powerful, being the only wise God, and giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength, and giving thanks to my spirit team for their guidance and support. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for your return. I went ahead and today we're gonna I pulled some energies for an ancestor message and decided to go live. Okay, so I want to share those with you. The betrayer, the one who broke sacred trust, bringing shadow work forward. Okay, so this speaks of a soul contract in the role of a karmic. Okay, the next one is the provider, ancient provider. Thank you for the sacrifices you made. Your love still nourishes me. I am abundant because of you. I vow to be a source of strength, support for those to come. Okay, so this is a provider. Ancestor ensures the family survives and thrives. Okay, so let's see. The next one came out is the legacy. I walk in the light of my ancestors' legacy. I carry their gifts with honor and create new paths with purpose. Okay, so that's a legacy ancestor. So it's like, hold on, let me get with this last one. The elder, keeper of ancient wisdom and tradition, a guardian and guides. So what I'm getting off the top is either someone was a part of someone who was betraying someone and they broke sacred trust, bringing shadow work forward. So it's like, with the ancestors, we have shadow work to do, that they're calling us to do. So it looks like someone, looked like they did some shadow work here. Okay, the provider. So this could have been someone who could have been providing for someone, a group of people, or the family. Nurturer and builder. So they could have nurtured a situation, with attempt to build something, being a provider. So someone could have been looking up to this person. And then we have the legacy. So it's like the reward. The path with purpose is more so like the ancestor reward. So it says inheritance, destiny, path, sacred impact. You are a part of something greater. Honor the inheritance, material, spiritual, and energetic. And consciously shape the legacy you build. So this is a ancestor coming in for someone acknowledging that they did some work. And that is part of their inheritance. Okay, so we're going to read about those. And we have the keeper of ancient wisdom. So it's like someone who gained some ancient wisdom or brought some ancient wisdom or used some ancient wisdom. The ancestor is here. I call upon the elders who know the way. Thank you for your guidance, patience, and strength. I listen, I learn, and I honor. Okay, so they've been listening. They've been learning. They honored their ancestors. So they're showing up today in the reading. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull some information about these the ancestors. Or we'll just go ahead and put some energy. We'll do the reading at the end. Yeah, so what I got so far is 6 of Wands. Somebody was successful at something. Okay, they achieved their mission. They reached a goal. Okay, so somebody achieved something. 6 of Wands. Look at this. It kind of sounds like from the ancestors showing up today that somebody achieved something. And they definitely have a reward coming. Okay, so we're going to clarify those a little bit. Okay, so tell me more. Okay, we have Five of Cups. So this is the energy of, this is a Scorpio energy. The Six of Wands is a Leo energy. Okay, the Five of Cups is the Scorpio energy. So somebody could have experienced some sort of loss. There could have been some sort of regret, some grief. They could have lost something in the process. It's almost like this is a kind of like of a dark energy. Do you see how the background is kind of dark? So it's like somebody could have experienced something in their shadows or seen something or sad about something. Regret. Okay, but they're not alone because they have two cups in the background. Okay, it could appear that they're alone. They could be just grieving at something that's no longer part of their life, but this Five of Cups down here. Okay, they could be experiencing something that's no longer a part of their journey. Okay, so tell me more. Tell us more. Oh. Okay, we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so what came out is Death, Scorpio energy. It's like something that somebody is sad. Okay, something didn't come to an end, so they could have probably, something could have come to the end. Yeah, so there was no ending to a situation. It could have been a close call. This is what I'm getting. This is double Scorpio energy. Okay, so something did not come to the end for this person. Okay, then we got the Five of Pentacles that came out also. Hold on. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so we have a Five of Pentacles that came out. So this has something to do with somebody in business, okay, in position. Somebody who could be an officer. It could be a leader or business owner. Somebody about his finances, okay? The King of Pentacles. So let's see. We're going to put one more. Look like I could Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody could have lost some money. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify those. We got 4 ancestor cards, so we'll just go ahead and just clarify these and get into this message. So I'm seeing somebody was successful at something. Okay, this was a Leo energy. Could be anybody. Okay, and someone is upset and sad. They look like they regret they lost something. Something didn't come to an end though. Okay, so that could be like a good thing, right? There is no transformation, so it's still a cycle. Maybe it wasn't supposed to come to an end. I don't know. Then we have this King of Pentacles here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify these energies. Use a different deck right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're finna go ahead and clarify the Six of Wands. Okay, we got into you. Okay, so the Six of Wands, somebody celebrated something, good chemistry, great vibes. So it's like somebody's giving somebody a hug here, it looks like. Okay, somebody got good chemistry, great vibes. They feel like they could have won something. It could have been a couple. Okay, they kind of looking real comfortable there. Okay. Positive energy. Six of Wands energy. Okay, so tell me more about this Six of Wands and this into you good vibes. Let's see what happened to recent past. Okay. Let's go to the recent past of this Six of Wands. Okay, somebody who wasn't shit, I guess they is the shit. Okay, recent past with this Six of Wands, somebody became the shit. How about that? They became the shit. Ain't shit is in reverse. Okay, so somebody who wasn't shit ended up being the shit in the recent past. Okay, so tell me more about this Six of Wands. So somebody changed something around. It says the betrayer, the one who broke sacred trust, bringing shadow work forward. So I'm seeing some sort of correction. Okay, so this has something to do with a thief. It says rob, loss, theft, physical or emotional. So somebody was successful. Somebody was into you, and they're celebrating this thief. Okay, probably in the past wasn't shit, but end up being a better person. Okay, with the under the Six of Wands being successful. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. The thief is into you. Okay. Looking you up, searching you, studying you, getting info on you. So somebody was looking somebody up, studying somebody, getting info on them. Okay, so we have total drama action. So I guess something was in action. Something's been recorded. Or they could have been a part of some total drama action. I don't know. So I'm thinking this is a couple. And then I'm seeing this thief. This thief could have known somebody in this couple. Okay? You see how they leaning over the car talking to somebody? So maybe this person could have known, or this thief could have been into you or something. Okay? And that they could have been a part of some total drama action. Something could have looked like something was recorded. Or there could have been some drama around something. Okay. And then we have inner vision. Cut through the fog or confusion with your power of discernment. So somebody could have seen something. Cut through the drama. Because remember, this is total drama action. So somebody was putting on the show. Somebody said somebody was looking you up, getting info on you. So this could have been someone having an inner vision of something was going on, looking you up. So this could have been, I don't know, we got Page of Wands. So somebody went on a journey. They was excited about this journey, this new project or this gift or this journey, this new beginning, passionate new beginning. With this Page of Wands, so they could have seen somebody excited about something. They had an inner vision. So that gives you the vision of somebody looking through the eyes of drama, though. Okay, well, listen what we got here. Doing drugs. Okay, so somebody sitting back doing drugs. Okay, have an inner vision of someone cutting through the confusion, okay, with their discernment, okay, with their gifts. This is the Page of Wands. Could have been a gift or a journey or a project or something that they were excited about, okay. Somebody could have been putting on some sort of drama, okay, with this thief who was into you. So they could be watching this couple. Could have been a thief. Take it how it resonates. But somebody was successful. Cutting through the fog. Looking through the discernment. Page of Wands is considered as a gift. Okay, a spiritual gift. Okay. So somebody could have seen through somebody's gift. They had an inner vision and they saw something through a gift. The total drama action and this thief that was into someone. And they were successful. Okay. Let's see, let's pull two more. So I'm thinking this was a betrayer who broke sacred trust, bringing shadow work forward. So it's like somebody who was a betrayer at one time bringing shadow work forward is like somebody operating in their shadow, looking at their shadow, doing the correction that needs to be done. So that's how you get the ain't shit to somebody being the shit. They probably seen something through their shadow. They could have been doing some shadow work or something. Or they could have seen somebody who broke sacred trust. Okay, so let's see. Let me pull a card because I'm not getting that out. Okay, so somebody took a leap of faith to do something. They took a leap of faith. Fool card. Okay, Five of Wands. So there could have been some sort of confusion. Chaos, envy, jealousy, of course. If somebody's watching you, they got a couple here. They're into each other, right? And you got this thief talking to somebody that's into you, okay? And that they could be looking through the eyes of drama, looking to start some shit maybe, okay? Somebody have an inner vision of someone using their gifts, keeping a promise. So there could have been some chaos and confusion around somebody keeping a promise. Fighting for you, what you love, claiming what's yours, and love is a battlefield. Okay, so somebody's into you. They took a leap of faith, and somebody was watching. They was jealous with the Five of Wands, could have Leo energy. They could have been trying to block, stop, get in the way of something, because they could have been envious or jealous of somebody keeping a promise because they was into someone. Fighting for what they love. Fighting for what they wanted. I don't know why this drugs is sitting here, how it fit into the situation. Maybe somebody take pills or something. Why is this pills here? Why is this doing drugs here? Why is this doing drugs here? Open to receive. So maybe they had to take some drugs to be able to see something. Maybe they had to take some drugs to be able to actually take a look at something to see what it was. That somebody actually was successful. You know, who wasn't shit. I'm seeing somebody looking through the eyes of being high. Okay. They have to be high. Open to receive. Invite abundance with arms. Embrace the blessings waiting to flow through your life. So they have to be high to see something and be open to receiving the truth. Okay. They could not have wanted to see it. Somebody was fighting for what they love. Okay. So let's go ahead and go over to this Five of Cups. Okay, so that's probably the betrayer. Somebody who betrayed someone and they just, I don't know, looked like they went their own way. And somebody wanted to take something from somebody. Or something was reported. Or they wanted to start some drama, see some drama. Okay, so somebody could be sad over their karmic friends with this Five of Cups. Five of Cups energy, somebody's sad. Okay, Five of Cups. They could be sad over their karmic friends. It says karmic can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So their karmic friends could have been sad, or they could have been sad over some karmic friends. They decided to keep close. Okay, and they had plans. The Aries energy. So their karmic friends had plans. And they look like they end up betraying them. Is what I'm getting. Betrayers here. After they try to change their life. Okay. Somebody who wasn't shit. They see somebody end up winning something. Okay, so we have the enjoy the journey. So this speaks of embrace each moment fully, staying open to new experience and lessons along the way. So this is somebody, they said, what, I'm making plans with these karmic ass friends. Somebody made plans with some karmic friends and enjoying the journey while they did it. Okay, they wanted to set the record straight. Okay, they had a goal in mind. There was some sort of goal that they had in mind with setting the record straight. You see how this person got like a target behind them? They kind of had their eye on the goal. They wanted to set the record straight. Okay, it has something to do with somebody who was fake flexing. Acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. So they went into it for a reason. They wanted to set something straight. They probably wanted to face their shadows, is what I'm getting. Somebody went into a situation facing their shadows. Could have been difficult. It was a part of some total drama action, and they seen something. They took a leap of faith and they jumped into a pool of confusion, chaos, and, drama. And they were trying to keep their promise and fight for what they believed in. Okay, but they stepped up into some drama. Okay, but somebody ended up winning something. Okay, so this person could have been around somebody who was fake flexing, who was acting rich. They wanted to set the record straight. Was somebody who was fake flexing?
You turn this off for me? No? Keep that room?
It's fine. Thank you. Okay, and they called a case. They set the record straight. Okay, and somebody called the case, which was amazing. They faced their shadows. They went in and set the record straight. They was fucking with somebody they was messing with somebody who was fake, and flossy, blah, blah, blah. They caught a case, sexual infection, sexual disease, rash, etc. In their head, overthinking, stress, overanalyzing. So they caught a case in the process. Okay, so let's see. Keep going. So they said that there was a loss. They probably regretted something. Okay, somebody had traveled. They traveled to They traveled and caught a case. Set the record straight for somebody who was fake flexing. They enjoyed the journey. They had plans with a karmic friends. Somebody ended up sad. They end up regretting something. They was facing their shadows. Okay, the death card. So something came in. There was a death to rebirth. Okay, so something in and something else began. And somebody was just tired of the drama. They just was tired. They probably, if they going back into traveling to a situation where your friends were doing drugs and it was about a bunch of total drama action, they fake flexing, hating, jealousy, you trying to keep your promise, and this thief, they seen the inner vision of something. Somebody doing some drugs. Okay, total drama action. So somebody was tired of the drama. Something came to an end. They traveled. Okay, somebody caught a case. Okay, fake flexing wanted to set the record straight and enjoying the journey. Had plans with their karmic friends. And it was a slow climb. It's a slow climb. So it's like, they was probably sad because somebody caught a case and it's like, look, I came and set the record straight, and they probably didn't realize during the separation, right? Because something didn't come to an end. I'm thinking their friends could have caught a case. Because it could have been a provider. They could have been providing, wanted to come in and provide something for someone. With their friends who was part of some bullshit, is what I'm getting. Part of some drama. Okay, somebody end up experiencing a loss. They end up catching a case or something. Okay, let's tell me more. Give me one more. So one thing about this death card, because the death card that's next to it in the crown of the reading is upside down. And this is a death card as well, but this card, it says death to rebirth. So something could have been born out of something, some things coming to an end. They probably don't see that yet. It's probably still playing. The total drama is probably still in their head. The chaos, the confusion. You know, it's like people was doing drugs and, you know, they had to be high for them to be able to be open to receive the abundance or something. Or somebody was high and was open. I don't know. I'm still going. Look, there's a 10 of Pentacles. Goddamn. Okay, so this is legacy right here. This is the legacy, inheritance, destiny, path, sacred impact. You are a part of something greater. Honor the inheritance, material, spiritual, and energetic consciously shape the legacy you build. So this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is legacy right here. So that didn't come to an end. Some other things probably came to an end. Somebody kind of caught a case or something. But the legacy is in the upright and a new beginning. So this is Scorpio energy. Something did not. They probably lost something in the process. They friends and shit probably got in trouble or whatever. They came and set the record straight with somebody. They did. Okay, for them to come into a situation with so much drama and so much going on, and people know that you was into somebody, you was doing it for somebody that you cared about, or you know, they probably made it hard for you. I'm seeing some people could have made it hard for you. Okay, but you're over here clarifying this death. In the reverse, it's like you didn't end your finances, and you did not end your new beginning. This is legacy. This is a cycle closing out behind. So that's like a success. You were successful. Probably scared the shit out of you, right? Or I don't know. I'm feeling a shock, kind of like something didn't come to the end with the Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, tell me more about this 10. About this death in reverse. Okay, so there is a love triangle. It says third party, multiple lovers choice. So somebody wanted to be a part of your new beginning. They wanted to be a part of your legacy. Okay? They probably wanted to end something, but it didn't end it. With this death in reverse, with this love triangle, somebody wanted to come in. It could have been this King of Pentacles sitting over here at the crown of the reading. It could be. Because he looking over here at your 10 of Pentacles and your new opportunity. Okay, so maybe he wanted to be part of a love triangle. Maybe he sent some sort of message or took some sort of action. Okay, but how did you end up? You got the 10 of Pentacles and the World here, and then all of a sudden, there's this third party, multiple lovers choice situation coming in, right? Because something wasn't over. Something wasn't over with them, with the death. Something wasn't over with them. Yeah, I'm still thinking could have been some loose strings. Some open doors or somewhere. Something wasn't complete. Somebody was creeping. They was all creeping around up in your business. Okay. Tell me more. Because you had the truth. They said because you had the truth, you knew the truth, what you discovered was the truth. right? You probably wasn't shit in the past, but you moving into a successful position right now. You could be sad at some things that was lost, but then some things that wasn't completely over too that could have looked like it came to the surface. So somebody's creeping, looking into a love triangle, something, new cycle for you. They clarify this love triangle. Okay, Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is mental thoughts. So somebody was creeping. They wanted to be a part of a third party or something. And they was mentally trapped, or you was mentally trapped in a situation. This is Gemini. Virgo. Scorpio with this death. Okay. So they could have been afraid or mentally trapped. They probably didn't want to see something. They probably was all in their head about it. Eight of Swords is like being all in your head, overthinking, just felt tied up, or you could have felt tied up, or you could have been creeping. I don't know. Somebody was creeping, and they felt, and they was in their head about a situation. This love triangle. About this investment. Seven of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So it could have been a Taurus that was all up in her head, that was creeping, looking all up into, wanted to be a part of a love triangle, your new beginning, and your Ten of Pentacles. They was here to start some sort of drama. Drama started. Is this where this total drama action came in at? They could have brought a thief into your situation. Somebody has seen an inner vision, seen something clear while they was doing drugs. That how they can mess up some stuff for you. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it was the same shit, different day. So it's like, apparently it could have been somebody that was in your life that's no longer in your life. So it's like same shit, different day, drama starter. This person they saw an investment. Or you made an investment with this person. Or you had plans with karmic friends. And there was a record set straight with somebody who was fake flexing in the situation. And there was a case that got caught. Somebody traveled and kind of crept towards you slowly. Or you was taking slow steps in the effort of all of this, moving real careful. Drama started, same shit, different day. So this is the energy is like, with this Taurus. So they could have been in it for an investment. If it was the Taurus, Seven of Pentacles, and this Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, which is a Gemini. Okay. So it was a Virgo who wanted a new beginning, who wanted to be a part of a love triangle. They were creeping around this Gemini, Eight of Swords, or they wanted to have somebody in a mental head trap. Okay. And then there was a Seven of Pentacles, which is an investment, financial investment, investing in drama, starting drama and starting shit, same shit, different day. For this King of Swords, this is at the bottom of the day. Okay, so this person was hired as an investment to be a part of somebody's third party. But whatever it was, the death was in reverse, so it didn't end anything for them, which is a blessing, right? There was a fast message of truth that came in. Okay, so there was a message of truth that came in about some sort of justice, balancing the scales. And somebody being exposed. This is the Sun card. Okay, and the Chariot. So it could have been some good news that came in. There was a fast message that came in that could have been from the Justice about somebody being exposed and scales were balanced. Somebody balanced the scales, or scales were balanced, or something, right? Message of truth coming in. Then you got Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So it's like this is a victory. You got the Sun, something being exposed, right? The scales are balanced here with the Justice Libra energy. Okay, and somebody is, they run in there and tell a message. To the overall energy is like the Chariot. So this is like a victory. This is like conquering a situation. This is like moving, traveling, moving towards your victory, moving towards success, conquering something. With the Chariot, the Sun, the Leo energy, Libra, Knight of Swords, Gemini, double Gemini. Then you have a Virgo and the World. So something came in. While somebody was creeping, trying to be a part of a triangle. Let me see. It was a breakthrough moment, divinely guided, make miracles. Look. This is more like a freedom. Like, oh my God, I am so glad this is over. With the scales being balanced. Right? It's like a happy card. Then you have a breakthrough. Look at this person. They look like, I've been through it, honey. I've been through this. I'm so glad it's over. It's like somebody was divinely guided in this situation. Okay, it says navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. So there was a breakthrough. Something was navigated through. Okay, somebody was divinely guided through a situation. Trust the wisdom and universe and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mysteries. Okay, so somebody, it was a close call, right? Make miracles. Stay open-minded and receptive to the things unfolding in your life. Okay, so it's like there was a breakthrough. You was divinely guided to get through a situation and miracles were made. Death in the reverse is like whatever it was, nobody died. Nothing was over. Whatever it was, it's like it could have been a scary moment. I don't know. People using drugs and setting the record straight. People fake flexing, creeping, mental entrapment. They want to scare you or scare somebody, a Gemini. Something didn't come to an end. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep going. We got Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is the Capricorn. Capricorn could be right over here in this energy right here. Okay, this is the Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus energy. They could hold some information or some knowledge or some wisdom pertaining to what you went through. It says, I call upon the elders who know the way. Thank you for your guidance, patience, and strength. I listen, I learn, I honor. So this is up under this King of Pentacles. So I'm thinking they could have held some information. They could have held some information. They could know something. Okay, let's see. Clarify. This King of Pentacles and this Elder. So this person could have been reflecting on the situation. They could have been sitting there in the middle of something, or you could have been reflecting on this King of Pentacles, or this King of Pentacles could be reflecting. Reflecting is here. Somebody's going inside and like replaying back. So while you're reflecting, somebody's digging dirt, looking for you or looking up you or looking you up, or vice versa. So this King of Pentacles could have been reflecting about looking you up. Or you could be reflecting on somebody looking you up. Okay, we got bad choices at the bottom of the deck. So somebody could have made some bad choices. This person could have been coming around looking, or they made some bad choices. Okay, somebody's depressed in this situation. Okay, we got somebody over here that was creeping, that was, mentally trapped in a situation. A message of truth came in. They could have been creeping, being a part of something. You could have caught them from the back end. Or there were scales were balanced. It could have been for this Gemini. I'm getting double Gemini here. There was new worlds. So somebody's depressed. Somebody have new worlds, a new beginning. Somebody running. They're running from a situation. They depressed. They're running. Somebody was digging up dirt on them. reflecting. Okay, maybe this King of Pentacles was digging up dirt on somebody. Or maybe somebody was digging up dirt on them. Had them reflecting. Okay, they could have been somebody digging up dirt, having somebody depressed. Reflecting, digging up dirt, depression. So this is somebody who was reflecting on somebody digging up dirt and got them depressed. Running. Somebody was running. Somebody running away. Somebody's not partying. Always partying is in reverse. Wow. So this person was running from somebody they didn't want to party. This person was depressed. Running from somebody who's always partying, but partying, they running. They wasn't partying. They left. They ran. It looked like they ran from this party. Somebody want to be a part of this party. See? Somebody's depressed. They're running from a partying all the time. Queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming, spotlight. Nine of Swords. So someone was having a nightmare about this queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming up in the spotlight. Okay, so the elders who know the way for the guide, for your guidance, patience and strength. I listen, I learn, I honor. So it's like somebody came in that guided somebody away from a situation. They was able to get away from this party. They ran to depression though. Now somebody's digging up dirt on somebody. And they sitting there just reflecting on it like, I had a bad reputation. Somebody forced them to do something. Force her. Forces things on you, forces their way in you, forces to get what they want from you. So this King of Pentacles, I don't know why is he crowning a reading. They could be reflecting on this King of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles. So this Nine of Pentacles who's been a forcer who had a bad reputation. This Queen rising is here. Somebody stepping up, stepping into position. This is an obsessive lover of this person. Somebody not partying, they're running. And they're depressed. They're sitting in a situation. Somebody been digging up dirt on them or vice versa. They've been digging up dirt on you. Now somebody's sitting down and reflecting on it. This obsessive lover. Okay, they could be thinking of a way to come in and offer some money. Ace of Pentacles, okay, for their heartbreak. This person can be heartbroken. They could be looking for ways to come in and present them some money or something. Ace of Pentacles. Dang. Somebody got some evidence, proof, or some photos or something of somebody offering somebody some money. And they're broken heart about it. With this Ace of Pentacles and this Three of Swords. Then you have this Virgo energy right here. Nine of Pentacles. It's Capricorn, Libra, and a Capricorn, Libra, and a Libra, Capricorn, and a Virgo. Somebody forcing somebody with a bad reputation. Now look. Now look. This Queen rising. But somebody's running from somebody that they always partying. Somebody, where has a part? Okay, I'm gonna go back and clarify because it's like, look, I'm used to getting layers of information. Okay, this front layer is like, it's something's missing, so I can understand better. Okay, so let's see. So we'll go ahead and find out. We got somebody got some evidence, proof of something. Somebody reflecting on somebody digging up dirt. Somebody being depressed, they running. They're not able to party. We got this Queen rising, so I'm getting two people. Somebody's running and a Queen rising. Okay, and somebody with a bad reputation and somebody forcing. Okay, then we got this Virgo energy. Somebody with a broken heart and somebody, Ace of Pentacles is the Capricorn energy. So they could be trying to present an offer to someone who's brokenhearted. Somebody could be forcing something on someone because they have a bad reputation. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and try to see if we can clarify a little bit. Okay, so let's start over here. So what's the surprise about this Ace of Coins? Okay, so they paying somebody because they don't have no profession. They don't have no help. They don't have no help in hand in this situation. It's surprise. We have a coin, an idea to make some money for you, right? With the Ace of Coins, we have an idea for money, but the surprise is a with the profession in the reverse. We don't have nobody to work with. Profession in the reverse. Yeah, something is over. It's dead. Okay? So, that's that Capricorn up here at the top. Okay, so what's to clarify this Three of Swords? What's the surprise about this Three of Swords? They say end it now. They wanted something ended, but it was in the reverse. So they said end it now, but something wasn't ended. It literally fell upside down. So end it now is like something kept going. End it now is this way. This way is like something wasn't ended. When they said end it now, well, I'm getting. Okay, so we have this Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. That's an independent, wealthy. That's an earth sign. What's the surprise? That they had care. They was going to care for someone. They was giving care for someone in the situation. But they don't have no profession to help them. So this person is crying that something wasn't ended when it was supposed to. So they kind of stuck in the Three of Swords energy. So what about this Forcer? What's the surprise about this Forcer? What's the surprise? That it's this eternal love couple. They could be forcing somebody in a situation. They forcing. Surprise. They're forcer. What about this bad reputation? What's the surprise? This person took a bribe. This bad reputation took a bribe. That's a surprise. What about the Queen rising? What her surprise is? Somebody mad that she was about to get robbed. Somebody mad about a robbery? Okay, so party, always partying in reverse. So somebody's not partying. Always partying. They like, stop partying. What's the surprise about that? Five of Wands. It could have been a Leo. Okay, Leo. And there could have been some jealousy, competition, envious. Just a bunch of chaos and confusion around that. Okay, so why is somebody running? What's the surprise about somebody running? This is the Ten of Wands energy. They could be heavy burden. They heavy burden. They just over, and they could be the ones up here depressed. Burden, heavy, you know. Ten of Wands. Somebody just heavy burden. They heavy burden. They're running because they just heavy burden, or they could be running from a Sagittarius, or it's a Sagittarius running, or a surprise. Somebody heavy burden and they running from their burdens, or a Sagittarius. Okay, so somebody's depressed here. They sit in the dark. What's the surprise? Why they sit in the dark? Because they're missing somebody. They're missing somebody. So somebody been digging up dirt or vice versa. What's the surprise? They said the digging up dirt was false. Like whatever they dug up was false. That's a surprise. What's about the reflection? Somebody reflecting on something. They sitting in the middle of the bed, reflecting. What's the surprise about this? That something's being coached. About somebody digging up dirt on somebody that was false. Okay, they somebody sitting in depression because they missing somebody. They running because they heavy burden or this Sagittarius, something that they did. Okay, then it's robbery. Somebody's mad. Yeah, there's always partying. This Leo could have been always partying. 5 of Wands, they was jealous and competition and a lot of shit going on with them. Somebody had a bad reputation. Okay, for taking endorsements, taking bribes. Okay, take a high risk name. What's the surprise about this King of Pentacles? Why is he here? His ass is in jail. Maybe surprise, he's in jail. Surprise. His ass went to jail. Confinement. He has somebody in confinement. Surprise is confinement. He has somebody confined. They're apologizing for it. The person was apologizing to boss up. Justice. Okay. I'm trying not to make this reading too long. Somebody wanted something to stop because it's the truth. It's the Ten of Swords. It's like, wow. Look at this. Stop the truth, Ten of Swords. Where that's come from? Somebody wanted something to stop because of the truth was a sign of betrayal. So this could have been his King of Pentacles wanted something to stop because it was a sign of betrayal that they were betraying somebody. That they remembering now. Okay, so let's see. What is this death? Clarify this death in reverse. Okay, so the commitment. So something didn't come to an end. This person was free. They was free because something didn't come to an end. If it was the death is in reverse, so if it would have been ended, and then that's one thing. But because it didn't end, and then it freed this person from a commitment. Nobody died. Death. Scorpio energy. They was free from a situation, so that's probably why this person over here is sad. Like, oh my God, like I lost some friends, or I lost a situation. They went through something, you know, some karmic friends they had plans for. They had a journey with them to set the record straight, fake or flex, and somebody caught a case. They traveled. Okay, tired of the drama. Something is over for them. They could have left the scene. You know, they could have left the scene. So this person over here could have been the one that left the scene in a situation. Surprised they had somebody confinement. Surprised. I don't know if they was under confinement or they end up putting somebody, had somebody under confinement. But they free now. Okay? They have this Ten of Pentacles here. This legacy. What's the surprise? That they have foreseen it. This is the Aries energy. They could foreseen it. They have their eyes on it. They could have been watching it. They could have been waiting on it. 3 of Wands energy, like a waiting period, expecting something. When you have the World, what's the surprise about the World? That somebody had a turn. They had a party, the new beginning. So there was a new beginning around a party. This is a turn party, remember? This is turn. So there was a new beginning for somebody to have a turn party. They was looking for this money, okay? And they was wanting to party, have a turn party with this love triangle, right? What's the surprise about this love triangle? With this person who was knocked up pregnant. I didn't know if she was pregnant or not. Is she expecting baby on the way? Okay, she could have been expecting a baby on the way. Okay, so somebody was creeping. What's the surprise about somebody creeping? Somebody was apologizing for that. Like, you creeping, and you're apologizing for it. Surprise, apology, I'm creeping. Okay, so what about this Eight of Swords? What is surprise? Okay, surprise, it was a Capricorn energy over here. This is a Capricorn Four of Pentacles, that they was holding on to somebody's finances, possessing somebody else's finances. They had this person scared that they was going to take their money. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. This is what this mental entrapment is. That this Four of Pentacles, this Capricorn was going to take their money because they felt it was their time for a blessing. So there was a message of truth running out. Message of truth, a message of truth. A Knight of Swords, okay? So the fast message came in. What's the surprise from this Hierophant? Surprise, it was a Hierophant. Message came in, surprise, they picked up the phone, it was a Hierophant. Okay? So this was a drama starter. This message tell me what's a drama starter. This was their last straw. Okay, this is a Hierophant, last straw of a drama starter. Same shit, different day. She was trolling a situation. Okay, it was her last straw. Okay, she's starting drama. Damn. Same shit, different day, they trolling. Drama starter, they on their last straw, limitation, breaking point, overwhelmed. Okay, about this justice. And something came to the light. Okay, so what's the surprise about justice? Somebody was in a heart fog. They was wishy-washy about their feelings, about this justice. They was wishy. They didn't know. Unclear feelings, wishy-washy. And, they wasn't. Don't be wishy-washy. The surprise, they was wishy-washy. And that came to the light. Exposed. Something came to the light about them being wishy-washy in a situation. What's the surprise with the Sun card? That it was the star. There was somebody's hopes and dreams and wishes coming true. Aquarius energy. The Sun card, the star. Renewal. There was a renewal. So something was the opportunity to start over again with this star card. Something was renewed. Something was exposed with the Sun card. And something's renewed with this star card. I mean the sun and the star. So there was a reset in the situation. Something did not come to an end. Remember, this person possesses somebody's money. They're making plans for third parties. They got people pregnant. They hold on to folks' money. They wishing for one thing and trolling and trying to control the situation. This justice, she wishy-washy feelings, heart fog. Something came to the light that there's a renewal in injustice, maybe, over by somebody's legacy, money and stuff, sacred impact. We clarify legacy. So this provider here, which was this Five of Cups, which was this Scorpio energy, they could have been around karmic friends who had plans for a new journey. Okay, and they was setting the record straight. Okay, they was dealing with somebody who was fake flexing and who had caught a case, and that they were traveling slowly as a slow climb. Something came to an end. This total drama action. Something came to an end. Somebody like, I'm tired of the drama. They're like, fuck. I'm tired. I'm glad I got caught. I'm tired. I don't know. What's the surprise about this karmic friend? No, what's the surprise about this Five of Cups? What's the surprise? Something came to the light. Something came to the light. A light bulb moment. Sudden realization. Feeling inspired, insightful, and awareness. So they was sad, but the good thing about it is the surprise that they was aware of something. That their friends was karmic and they were making plans for a journey. Was setting a record straight. They caught a case. Okay, so clarify Okay, karmic friends. Somebody was under they stopped somebody's friend from being under some sort of mind control. This card is mind control in this deck. This is a friend, and this is stop. So they stopped some karmic friends from being under mind control. Okay, Two of Wands. Aries energy. What's the surprise about them? Eight of Wands. They sent a message. Or they was taking fast action. Tell me more. They would have receipts. They had receipts, so they were sending messages, and it came up where they had some receipts about this. Mind controlling a friend. Wow. Mm. Wow. Okay. So we have journey. Enjoy the journey. This is the moment where embrace the moment fully, staying open to new experiences and lessons. Okay, so along the way, so they had surprise, they had reservations. Surprise, there was some sort of reservations for this journey. Okay, something that they rather was looking forward to. Right, they looked like they was happy to get the car that they had reserved. Right, or whatever they had their mindset on. So setting the record straight. Setting the record straight. We were surprised about setting the record straight. Something ended. There was a death. It ended. Something came to an end. They came to set the record straight, and and something ended. Rest in peace. Endless harm. Inevitable. Inevitable. It's an ending. So there was an ending. From setting the record straight, it was an ending. I'm here to set the record straight, and it ended. Fake flexing. So fake flexing. Surprise. They kept a promise. They was fake flexing in the situation, probably with their karmic friends that had plans for a journey. So they was fake flexing, acting like they was part of a situation, right? They act like, all right, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna make this promise. I'm fake flexing, but I'm breaking promise because I'm on a journey. I'm on a mission. I'm getting the mission. Somebody called a case. What's the surprise? Sexual tactics, gaining attention, lured by temptation. So somebody who was doing these siren calls, sexual tactics, something about them was unknown, right? It says unknown siren calls. They called a case. Somebody was keeping it 100. Honesty, showing true colors, transparent intention. So somebody could have been keeping it 100 in a situation that they didn't know something was going on. Let's clarify what's unknown. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, the message of truth that was coming through. They didn't know. What's unknown about unknown? Tell me, clarify unknown is that the message of truth came in. The message of truth came in. What was the message of truth about the spiritual narcissist? Remember this bully that was over here? That was there to betray someone, Seven of Swords, to do something sneaky to someone, to harm someone, to hurt someone. Seven of Swords energy. Spiritual narcissist, Seven of Swords. That's what the message of truth came in. And that's where make it realize it was what it was. This message of truth came in about this person. That they was up to Seven of Swords energy. Somebody kept it 100. They didn't know this person was going to keep it 100. Unknown. Siren call. Somebody kept it 100 with the siren call. So somebody like being upfront, like keeping it 100 is telling you everything, being clear about everything. So what was unknown is that this person had a Seven of Swords. They sent the message of truth came through about somebody was a spiritual narcissist and they had intentions to deceive. Okay? So somebody is traveling now. Traveling. Clarify traveling. Okay, family. Okay, so the surprise about traveling is this Pisces energy. They decide to let it go. Somebody was traveling. They said, you know what, just let it go. Family. Okay, this is my Pisces card in this deck. Okay. So there was a family. Pisces energy said let it go. Somebody was traveling. They said let something go. So this person was acting rich, flossing. They had intention to bring something to an end. But they were setting the record straight. Clarify fake flexing. Did I clarify that already? They withdrew. They withdrew. Clarify setting the record straight. They under judgment. Something came to an end. They didn't know what was going on, but what they did, that person had plans to deceive. Okay? They had plans to deceive, and they was able to see something over here through this person doing drugs, what they were planning to do. Okay? So somebody traveling, they had to withdraw. So something came to an end, the death card, right? And then somebody tired of the drama. And then there's a slow climb. So something came to an end. Clarify death. They have memories of the past of the Scorpio, right? This was a Scorpio. Something supposedly had come to an end, but it didn't. Remember? Because the death card is in reverse. It didn't end. So this person, this could have been the energy of something remembering what just happened. Like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, thank God I was here to somebody to catch this. Or this could have been ugly. So it was something kind of sadness, you know. Take it how it resonates. Okay, so what's the surprise about this slow climb? This slow climb is like, okay, they could be moving to calmer water, 6 of Swords, ready to hook up. So maybe this is kind of like moving over here into this energy where people was ready to party. They was looking for a party. They was looking for money, and you know they was. I'm clarifying it backwards. So this is a slow climb. Them moving forward in a situation. Okay, ready to move to calmer waters on this hookup. From this hookup or on this hookup? Okay, I'm sorry. This is tired of the drama. Clarifying tired of the drama. This person had memory. They have memories. 6 of Cups memories. Death card memories. They tired of the drama. They playing back what just happened. There was evidence somebody tried to do mind control on something that they was loving. And somebody was trying to keep it real, keep it up front, what was going on. And they was like moving towards something. They was moving towards the 7 of Swords betrayal. And this was somebody's last straw. I don't think it was keeping somebody in a heart fog over here. Is justice in a heart fog? I don't see anybody else who was rejected anything. I just find this justice being weird in a heart fog. Now, this is a justice energy. This is not supposed to be no heart fog energy. This is supposed to be fair justice, even clear mind, right? But it came up with somebody being a heart fog. Okay, so anyway, we're going to move over here and clarify this 6 of Wands because somebody did win. What was the surprise about the 6 of Wands? There was a surprise. Yeah, there was a Knight of Cups. So it was a Knight of Cups, which means that there was a Knight of Cups was supposed to be delivered, which is the truth. The truth was supposed to be delivered, remember? This Knight of Cups, somebody won, right? But then they have to go through all of this energy. So there's a lot of stuff that stopped something from moving forward. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Let's get back over here. There was a breakthrough, remember? Let's clarify the breakthrough. It was a breakthrough for this King of Swords. It was a breakthrough for this person. Surprise, the divinely guided. Somebody said take a chance. You know, they took a chance and they were divinely guided. Make miracles. Clarifying. Yeah, they wasn't overloaded. They was able to make it through without being overwhelmed. They followed their shadows. They did something. I'm getting them facing their shadows. I can pick up the energy when I see an ancestor, they facing their shadows. I can just pick it up because I can. When you see legacy here, there's a reward. Well, you've seen it's in the Pentacles here. Something didn't come to the end. It was supposed to come to an end for somebody. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify these, and then we'll go ahead and read a little bit about the ancestor shadows so we can kind of think back into how did this turn out the way that it did, or what are the shadows that got in the way that these people could have been facing, or some of the shadows that this person could have overcome to be victorious. Okay, so let's see. Into you, clarify. So something with viral. So somebody knew that somebody was into somebody, but they wouldn't go. They wanted to go, but something went viral. Good chemistry into you. Then something went viral. And when that went viral, somebody decided to go because they knew that somebody would follow the story. Take out resume. Clarify thief. Okay, that somebody was being petty. Somebody was being petty around this thief, about this thief. This thief was being petty. Take a higher resume. Somebody's into somebody, and this thief, surprised, there's some petty betty, immature, small-minded, insignificant drama going on around it. Okay, and somebody sees something clearly with their inner vision. They see something clearly. What was it? What? Clarify. They seen something ending. Death. They seen something ending. It was ready to take them out. They seen death from their inner vision. I cannot make this up. Now, this could have been Scorpio. They could see something ending. Remember this total drama action card right here too. So this is like, this was people, they felt this like this was part of a total drama, like this was a setup with this Knight of Cups. Somebody giving their love. This Nine of Cups. Yes, somebody's wishes fulfillment. It was total drama action. They wanted this to be some sort of, this magician. Okay, this was their wishes fulfillment. For them to get this on tape and let somebody know that you know what I'm saying? This is what's going down. This person could have wanted this to be known to this person that, yeah, I have your wishes fulfillment over here when you get here. Remember, this was divine receiving. They was open to receive something. They was fighting for what they love. So this is like, I don't know, many people would have been like, nah, never mind, I'm not going. I'm not going, I don't know. It's just it's too high and low. It's good in one situation, but then again, it's death in another, and it's a magician over there, and they got people being petty, but because they knew something was going viral, they decided to go ahead and do it anyway. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so open to receive. Yeah, they was open to receive in the world. They wanted the world to see this. They wanted something to go viral. They wanted somebody to see what was going on, what they was going through. They knew that it would get out there. Somebody took a chance. This King of Swords took a chance, remember? So clarify fighting for what you love. So you fighting for what you love with this Knight of Cups. With this High Priestess, yeah. With this High Priestess, something came out. So this person fighting for what they love, they revealed some information that was revealed. They came out, they came to the light. Okay? Wow. This is crazy. Okay, it was to keeping a promise. Somebody was keeping a promise. They want to keep a promise, something in reverse. The Page of Wands. They kept a promise, and this Page of Wands did not work. It did not. It was like if this Page of Wands would have been in an upright position, it could have been very deadly. Okay? That's a surprise. That somebody kept a promise, but that Page of Wands was in a reverse. So that means it wasn't ignited. There was no, it couldn't go anywhere. We have conflict and chaos and confusion. So somebody was jealous. They was it's like, come on. It's like this energy made me like, never mind, I'm just going to stay home. Matter of fact, I'm just going to chill out. I'm not going nowhere where there's no confusion, no chaos, no competition, because I'm just not going to do it. So this was temperance. Surprise temperance was here. Surprise that there was patience. Surprise there was balance. Surprise, somebody handled it pretty good. They balanced themselves. It was a surprise. Okay, so the last card is a fool. So they was ready to go on a journey. Okay, surprise they was in their head about it. Surprise there was mind games, manipulation, scare tactics, all of that involved behind this moon. Okay, Pisces energy. Which is why they hit a tower. Right? Because somebody ended up going to jail. Surprise. Somebody ended up going to jail. Which they end up hitting a tower. And they was able to get away. Somebody was able to walk away. Woo! Okay, I'm going to have to rewatch this video. They have photo proof and evidence. Okay, that there's an investigation going on. About this spiritual hater. Okay, that was the happiness hater. Wow. Okay, because this says this betrayal to somebody who provided, was a provider in a situation, for somebody to get their legacy. Okay, there was an elder, which was a spirit guide that came, that showed up for this person that led them to be divinely guided through this reading, and they actually was able to experience a miracle because they was divinely guided. Where's the other one? Oh yeah. And they had a breakthrough. So the elder is the one that it says, I call upon my elders who know the way. Thank you for your guidance, patience, and strength. I listen, I learn, I honor. Right? So it's like they had some experience with their ancestors. And they decided to go ahead and face their fears being guided. And good thing that they did. Right? Because we was able to pick it up in a reading, and hopefully this could be helpful to someone in their situation. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and heal this energy. And I'm going to go ahead and collect these cards together. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and heal this energy. So I call on my blessed ancestors of healing love. Thank you for your sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength. Guide my hands, heart, and spirit, and walk with me as I heal my shadows. My shadows. Fear of visibility, control issues, exhaustion and burnout, trauma, martyrdom. Okay? And we go ahead and heal this energy of this professional, this ace of coins, this forcer, this queen rising, always partying, and 9 of pentacles, this bad reputation, digging up dirt, running, depression, reflecting, 7 of pentacles, 3 of pentacles, doing drugs, 8 of swords, creeping, the sun, page of wands, the death, transformation, travel, justice, Knight of Swords, drama starter, same shit, different day, caught a case, fake flexing, tired of the drama, fighting for what you love, happiness hater, spiritual hater, investigator, photo proof, 5 of Wands, total drama action, keeping a promise, divine flow, inner vision, into you. The Thief. Six of Wands. Ain't shit in reverse. The Fool. Two of Wands. Karmic Friends. Five of Cups. Divinely Guided. Make a Miracle. Breakthrough. 10 of Coins. Death in the reverse. Worth the effort. Okay, and we have Temperance, Mind Games, Petty, Death, Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups, Unknown, Family, Narcissist, Knight of Swords, Keeping it 100, Siren Call, Death, Promise, Reservation, Mind Control, Friend, Go, Receipts, 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Missing You, Embracing the Journey, no, Embracing Dawn, Enjoy the Journey, 3 of Wands, Light Bulb Moment, Let It Go, Viral, The World, Page of Wands in the reverse, 4 of Pentacles, Overload, Coaching, Turn Parties, Commitment, Setting the Record Straight, King of Swords, 5 of Wands, Robbery, Fury, Take a Chance, Trolling, Memory, Judgment, Withdraw, Knocked Up, Apology, Love Triangle, The World, Star, Endorsement, False, Confinement, King of Pentacles, The Magician, The High Priestess, Last Straw, The Hierophant, Hook Up, 6 of Cups, Heart Fog, Eternal Love, Care, End It Now, Profession. We have the Elders, the Legacy, the Provider, the Betrayer, the Betrayer, the one who broke sacred trust. Wow. The Provider ensures the family services and thrive. The Legacy, inherit destiny, path, sacred impact. You are a part of something greater. Honor the inheritance, material, spiritual, and energetic, and consciously shape the legacy you build. The elders are called upon. The elders who know the way. Thank you for your guidance, patience, and strength. I listen, I learn, I honor. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read a little bit about the ancestors. Okay, the Betrayer. The Betrayal ancestor first. One who broke sacred trust, bringing shadow work forward. It says the Betrayer represents the one who broke trust in family, love, soul contracts, or spiritual duty. This may be a literal ancestor or a spiritual archetype who made decisions from fear, selfishness, or survival instinct. Often this betrayal was rooted in pain, scarcity, or desperation, not pure malice. This card surfaces when you're healing trust wounds, spiritual betrayal, or ancestral cycles of abandonment, deceit, and divided loyalty. The shadows are generational betrayal of family, tribe, or spiritual path, infidelity, treason, broken promises, survival, choices that harmed others, soul contracts, interference, or broken oaths, pain carried from feeling sold out or replaced. The provider. The provider is the ancestor of sacrifice, labor, and nourishment. This archetype represents those who carried the weight of families, lineages, communities on their back, often with little recognition. They were the builders, the workers, the strong shoulders everyone leaned on. This card arises when you're healing when you are healing over responsibility, breadwinner, trauma, or learning to receive without guilt. Shadows, overgiving to the point of exhaustion, self-worth tied to productivity or material support. Generational burnout, resentment for unacknowledged sacrifice, fear of being seen as weak or selfish. The legacy ancestor. The legacy is an ancestral dream, the blueprint passed down through blood, spirit, and story. This card represents inheritance, material, spiritual, or emotional, and reminds you that you are both the answer and the continuation. You are shaping the next layer of what your lineage will become. This archetype often calls you into purpose, responsibility, and divine reclamation. Shadows. Inheriting burdens, disguised as blessings, feeling trapped by family expectations, living to fulfill someone else's dream, disconnection from ancestral pride or mission, fear of failure or being the one who breaks it all. Fear of failure or being the one who breaks it all. Okay, so let's go ahead and read some of the affirmations. So some of the affirmations for the legacy. Inheritance, it says, I am the living legacy of those who came before me. I am the living legacy of those who came before me. I choose what I pass on and what ends with me. Okay. I choose what I pass on and what ends with me. Okay, so the affirmation for the provider is, I am more than what I give. I am worthy of rest. I am more than what I give. I am worthy of rest. I release the need to carry it all alone. I release the need to carry it all alone. And last but not least, the betrayer affirmations. I break the cycle of betrayal with truth and compassion. I break the cycle of betrayal with truth and compassion. I am loyal to my soul's path. I am loyal to my soul's path. Okay. So now I'm going to go and speak my truth. This is where the ancestral healing takes place. I am building a life of divine elegance and sacred ease because abundance is my birthright. I am magnetizing wealth through peace, love, and divine presence because abundance is my birthright. I am aligned with partnerships that mirror my highest light because abundance is my birthright. I am creating generational healing and generational wealth in harmony because abundance is my birthright. I am divinely aligned with cosmic cycles of growth, rest, and receiving because abundance is my birthright. I am nourishing my soul and serving the world through my sacred gifts because abundance is my birthright. I am surrounded by opportunities that awaken purpose and prosperity because abundance is my birthright. I am open to receive wealth in ways known and unknown because abundance is my birthright. I am a divine steward of sacred resources that uplift the collective because abundance is my birthright. I am trusting the flow of the universe to guide me to love and legacy because abundance is my birthright. I'm allowing my heart to lead me into spaces of expansion and overflow because abundance is my birthright. I'm receiving divine clarity on every next step towards my soul mission because abundance is my birthright. I am unlocking creator codes that bless the world and elevate my soul because abundance is my birthright. I am expanding through love, releasing lack, and honoring my divine identity because abundance is my birthright. I am welcoming every blessing I once thought was too good for me because abundance is my birthright. I am loved unconditionally by the Creator, and that love transforms my life because abundance is my birthright. I am receiving wealth from aligned projects that reflect my soul's value because abundance is my birthright. I am in sacred partnership with universal intelligence and divine compassion because abundance is my birthright. I am remembering the power of who I am and rising in that truth because abundance is my birthright. I am called to be the light, the leader, and the love for this generation because abundance is my birthright. Ashe, amen. And so it is. Ashe, amen. And so it is. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.